I was just at this program in Atlanta when someone raised their hand and asked a question that really stuck with me. They asked us, how do y'all remember people's names so quickly? And it got me thinking, for years, I said the same thing every time I met someone new. I said, I'm sorry, I'm just really bad at names. I said it like it was some deep, intrinsic part of my personality. Like being bad at names was some unchangeable trait I was born with, like being left-handed. And the worst part is that I believed it. I'd meet someone, shake their hand, and before they'd even finish saying their name, it was gone. But I think here's what was really happening. It's not that I was bad at remembering names. I just wasn't really trying. Because in that moment, I wasn't focused on them at all. I was focused on me, on saying my name clearly, on making a good first impression, on how I looked or how I sounded. I was focused on my own anxiety about showing up well. And so it wasn't a memory issue. It was a priority issue. But then I came across the research around this. Studies show that remembering someone's name dramatically increases their perception of your warmth and your attentiveness. It boosts trust, connection, even influence. In fact, research from the Journal of Social Psychology found that hearing your own name activates the brain more powerfully than almost any other sound. So hearing it makes us feel seen and recognized and respected. And so based on that, I made a decision. I stopped telling myself the story that I'm bad at names, and I replaced it with a new one. This is too important not to be good at it. So now when I'm leading a workshop, and whether it's 20 people or 30 people in the room, I treat learning names as part of the job. And I do this whether I'm leading a session or just meeting someone new at an event. Because out of all the words I'm likely to say in front of them, there's probably no word that's more pleasing to their ears than their own name. And like any part of communication, name recall is a skill you can practice. So I put together just a few strategies that helped me, and one especially powerful one that changed everything. I think there's 4 of them. So the first one is repeat it out loud right away. When they introduce themselves, say it back. Nice to meet you, Jordan. That one small moment, sometimes that's enough to lock it in. The second one is to use visual associations. So link their name to something you can picture. Ben by the bookshelf, Ben by the bookshelf. Amanda with the amber necklace. Our brain loves a visual. The third is to anchor their name to a location. This works in workshops really well. If you're in a room, sort of mentally pin their name to where they're sitting. That's often how I remember people during sessions. Sort of they're the row, the seat, the corner, in the middle. It works really well. And number 4, this is the one that for me sort of changed everything. And that's to connect their name to something personal about them. So not just a name, but a detail. Where they're from, what they told you about their dog, a recent life change, something deeply human. Because now for me, the name is part of a richer picture. And even better is that the next time I see them, I now have 2 things I get to remember, their name and that fact. And those are 2 different chances to sort of surprise and delight them. 2 chances to say, without needing to say it, I remember you and you matter. Now, I don't always get this right, but it is something that I try to take seriously. Because when you remember someone's name, you're not just proving that you have a good memory. You're proving that they were worth remembering in the first place.